What up? It's your boy Goose. Okay, I hope you are frick. I hope you are ready for the most like freaking lit story you've ever heard. There's so much in this, so I'm gonna try and cram it into like the fastest video ever that it's so I can like respect your time and just be freaking lit. Okay, before we get to the story, fitness update. I set a goal on October 3rd to have a raging six-pack by December 1st. I've been taking a like awkward shirtless selfie every day so I can make like a time-lapse thing, you know, a bunch of people do. Here is today's selfie. So let's get to the story. This is about what did I title this? The time I almost made it to India. Here we go. I played drums with this guy named Jeff Dio. He's been traveling and doing music for a super long time. He's an incredible singer, vocalist. He's just like this awesome guy. Somehow he got booked to do this huge conference in Hyderabad, India. Freaking India, across the world, India. Holy frick. He asked me to go drum for this show in India. I said yes. I would get paid and free travel to do it. So like, yeah.
Cucumber break. Back to the story.
If you don't know already, I'm a drummer. Julio, roll the clip! So I was super stoked about hearing the news. Holy frick, I'm going to India. This is gonna be just straight lit. So it gets time to go. We have our passports ready, tickets booked, everything. We show up, we meet at the airport. The trip was planned to be three connecting flights. Minneapolis to Chicago, Chicago to Abu Dhabi, and Abu Dhabi to Hyderabad, our final destination. We did the first flight to Chicago. Everything went normal. I'm along for the ride at this point. And Jeff actually, he pays a booker to deal with all these details. So really they had already bought the tickets and everything, and they just needed like our passports and information, and they take care of the rest. We're literally all along for the ride. Everything's going smooth. We get to the next boarding gate in Chicago, and we go up to the desk to just make sure everything's all good. Hey, is this the right gate? Whatever. They said, yep, looks all good. Can we see your visas? We're like, visas? We don't have visas. We just had our passports and such. They said we couldn't go on the flight from Chicago to Abu Dhabi because we didn't have visas. And this is a crew of Jeff, me, the bass player Johnny, keys player Taylor, and guitar player Matt. 5 of us. So they said we couldn't go. This is bad news. This is gonna hurt someone's wallet. Essentially, from that point, we're like, holy crap, this ain't good. Jeff calls the booker right away to get things straightened out. Turns out we do freaking need visas. Shoot. Since we were running kind of early, Jeff makes some calls and is checking to see if it's even an option to get some expedited visas by the time of our flight. It's not possible. There was no way. So now he was looking into trying to make a later flight because our whole like connection thing was now ruined of the other flights. So it was, oh my gosh, you can imagine how this feels, especially when it's not his fault that he didn't know we didn't need visas, which to some people is obvious apparently, but a lot of people just didn't know that. Only certain countries you need a visa. Most countries you just need a passport. So Jeff makes some more calls. We realize that we can get expedited visas potentially the day of, and the Embassy of India happens to be in Chicago. So we can just go there. It's downtown Chicago, kind of by the airport. And there was another flight at 7 that night. So we could still get there even in time for the big convention we're doing and make it. So that's our next plan. We're like, we're gonna do this. We'll deal with the craziness later. Let's just do everything we can now to make it. So we take a taxi to downtown Chicago, and this is at like 3 or 4 in the afternoon on a weekday, so it's super freaking traffic, just freaking lit. It's like a $40 taxi ride because there's 5 of us. We had to get a van because we have all of our like music gear and our luggage. We finally get to the Embassy of India, downtown Chicago. We go in the lobby with all of our music gear and such, and the person at the desk says, you can't have luggage in here. It was just like a jerk to us. It's a super big freaking room. Like, what the heck? Okay, I'm hungry.
Cucumber break. Back to the story.
So we bring all of our crap outside. We're kind of frustrated, but oh well, whatever. There's a cranky lobby person and Jeff talks to them and they won't let us upstairs unless we know someone. This is where we could get expedited visas. Jeff makes some more calls. He literally calls the hosts of the event in India. They knew someone in Chicago that could help us get up there. I don't fully understand this part or why we had to know someone to get upstairs, but it was part of the system apparently. We wait for like 20 minutes and this woman shows up to help us. She was so helpful. She got us up to the Embassy of India. We talked to them and they say, yes, we can get you visas in time, but we only have one computer and you can't use it. So you have to go apply for these visas. So we're like, frick, what are we gonna do? And he's like, down the block, there's a FedEx. You can pay for computer time and go print your applications there, then bring them back and we can get this done. Okay guys, this is the most freaking crazy India story ever. And as I was editing it, holy frick, this is a long video. I'm actually going to split this video into a part 1 and a part 2. And I have a bunch of shout outs that will be in the part 2. And I just have one shout out for this one and it is Ella Bond, Vlogs, Gaming, and More. Thanks for supporting my channel, you're awesome. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the most lit goose you've ever seen. I will see you next time in part 2. I love you. Alright, bye.